Hello, everyone. A very good evening to all of you. So I'll just start with the webinar. Let me just add a couple of people who are trying to join in. All right, let me share my screen. I hope my screen is visible to all of you now. Can someone please confirm in the chat? Okay, great. All right, so the topic for today's webinar is how to create open is equal to high and open is equal to low strategy on a list of stocks in Tradetron. All right, so it's a very simple strategy to build. I will show it to you, and we will take questions only at the end of the webinar. All right, so whatever questions you have, make sure you make a note of that, and then at the end of the webinar, I will scroll through the chat and I will answer your questions. All right, so let's just begin. Open is equal to high, open is equal to low strategy on equity. All right, and this the recording for this webinar will be uploaded on our YouTube channel. I'm already recording it, so at a later stage also, anytime if you want to check the webinar and develop your strategy, you can watch the video and you can create your own strategy. All right, we have uploaded all the webinars and all the sessions that we take on our YouTube channel, so you can refer to them anytime when you want to build your own strategy. So I will take you through that. So let's just start with the beginning. This is the name of the strategy, and right now itself I will go to the bottom and I will click on create, so it will be saved. Always remember that at any point in time, make sure that whenever you build one condition, keep on saving the strategy, keep on updating it, or else what happens is that if your internet goes off or if the electricity goes, the formulas may not be saved, and because of that, it may create issue that it might not be saved, and you will have to create the strategy all over again. All right. So let's just start with the beginning in the set one entry. All right. So how to build an open is equal to high and open is equal to low condition. So first set will be for open is equal to high, and the second set we will use for open is equal to low. All right, and then we will take the long or short entry based on how to based on the identified stocks that we get. I will also show you the practical example of how what kind of trades this strategy takes and what kind of basically P&L that can be generated, right? So I will show you, I've already deployed this strategy in paper trading, so I will show you the live trades that this strategy has taken after we have constructed the strategy. All right, so first of all, let's just say that I want to take entry in this strategy after 9:20 a.m. So I will just put time is greater than or equal to number 9:20. All right, we will add next condition. So the next condition is for restricting the entries. Since this is the only, either if it's on the long side or on the short side, we will be restricting the entry to just once in each stock, right, of the list that matches the condition. So that's the reason why we will use positions detail. So positions detail So positions detail in this case will be for sell, because whenever it's open is equal to high, ideally we want to go short on that stock, right? So that's the reason why entry S, entry sell. In this case, it will be nothing. It will be all itself because we are taking a trade in stocks. All right, and quantity, and we will choose this underlying S as a list of Nifty 50 stocks. All right. So in this case, that's the reason why we will use Nifty. Now, when you're choosing Nifty, right, remember that there are two types. One is Nifty 50 NFO. That is, if you select this Nifty 50, it will select futures and options of Nifty 50. But if you want to stocks list, then in that case, at the bottom, you will find this list. And over here, you will be able to select the stocks list. So here I will select Nifty 50 stocks list. And whenever you select Nifty 50 stocks list, right, you will always see, I'll just zoom in a little bit. You will see that there will be two vertical bars. So whenever there are two vertical bars, that means you have selected a stock list. If there are no vertical bars, then it means you have selected F&O. All right. So whenever you're building a strategy, make note of that so that you don't get confused. So positions detail S is equal to quantity is equal to number 0. So whenever it is 0, so this is the construction that we use. in order to enter only once on the short side. All right, that is positions detail. Now next is a very important keyword that we use in. I personally use this keyword in all of my strategies, and that is the net quantity keyword. So net quantity, traded instrument name, entry, instrument. We will choose the underlying again as Nifty 50. Over here, we will select Nifty 50 list. Entry 111 is equal to number 0. So what this does is it checks that there is no open quantity of any of the stocks that is being taken trade in the set number 111 is equal to 0. See, because the reason why it's important to keep this keyword in almost all the strategies is because if there are two sets, one is for long and one is for short, and if the quantity has already been entered, and then if it starts going into the loop because it's already entered and still it matches the condition, it will start buying again. So in order to restrict that and also to check that there is no open position already, we ideally want to enter into a stock only when there is no open position, right? So that is what this particular keyword checks, that net quantity 111 is equal to 0. And at the same time, since there are two sets, I will put this for second set also. So net quantity of 211, that is set number 211 is equal to 0. So only when there is no open position on either side, in order to restrict the possibility of strategy going into loop or taking multiple trades, then that is the reason why we use this. So what it will do is it will also restrict the number of entries using positions detail, and also it will enter only when there is no open position already. So that is the check that we have, and that's what helps while taking the entry in the strategy. All right. So this is the basic code that we first make. After that, we will move on to our condition, that is open is equal to low. So for open is equal to high. So all right. So in this case, what we will do is we will use the keyword ORB. So ORB, that is opening range breakout. In this case, instrument name, we have to select whether this is high or low. First one, we want to check open, right? So that's the reason why open. So in this case, what we will do is we will select the open high of 915 to 920 candle. That is the first 5-minute candle. All right. So over here, it's already by default, it's first 15-minute candle. You can choose anything that you want. For now, I will make it 915 to 919. All right. So that will be the close of the first minute candle. That is from 915 till 919. So open ORB instrument name open from 915 to 919. All right. I hope this is visible, right? I hope I'm zoomed in enough. I hope this is clear. So from here, instrument name, I will select again list, that is NSE in this case, because it's if you select NFO over here, it will be for FNO. If you select different instruments, then in that case, it will select according to that. All right, whatever index that you select. So in this case, this is NSE equity. So that's why I will select NSE. Then I will select the list, that is Nifty. So see over here, list Nifty 50, and that's it. All right. So over here, as you can see now, what it does is ORB of open. All right, ORB of open for Nifty 50 list of stocks. That's the reason why this is in vertical bars. Is equal to, wait. All right, is equal to the same thing, but we want ORB open is equal to high. So that's the reason why in this case, instead of this, we will check high. All right. So the same formula, it's that easy to just simply copy paste also from here. So you don't have to type it again and again. So ORB of Nifty 50 list of stocks open 915 to 920 should be equal to the high of 915 to 920. So whenever the market opens, right, at that point in time, whatever is the whatever questions you have, we will be answering at the end. So that's the reason why please keep that right now. I will answer your questions in chat at the end. All right. So so basically, so see, for example, ORB is equal to high, open is equal to high. All right. So this is the first condition. And also we can add a couple of important conditions that are very helpful. So next is, for example, we will use the price condition also. That in a list of Nifty 50 stocks, there can be stock like MRF or even say Maruti or even big or Bajaj Finance, which trade at around 8,000 rupees, 9,000 rupees, or Bajaj or MRF that trades at around say 80,000, right? Or something like Eicher Motors, which trades around sometimes at 20,000 rupees. So in that case, if you want to select list of stocks that are valued or have price below say rupees 5,000 or maybe 10,000, then there is a condition that you can add to for that also. So it will filter stocks only below 10,000 rupees price. So how to do that would be basically LTP instrument name NSE, again same simple thing that we did before, list of Nifty 50 list of Nifty 50 is less than or equal to number 10,000. Right. So in this case, what it will do is it will select only the stocks whose current market price is less than 10,000. It will not select anything that is above 10,000. Even after this condition is met, it will select only the stocks that are trading below 10,000 rupees. All right. After this, what we will do is there will be one more formula. So this formula that I'm going to show you now is for only for specific purpose. That is, I will show you to you on Excel file what I mean by this. So sometimes what happens is, so if suppose for example ITC, so ITC may open at say 289.90. All right, that can be the high. All right, and also open is equal to high can be this one. Now if you use the if you want, sometimes clients have a requirement that it should not be this type of open is equal to high is what they don't want to trade in. They only want to trade if ITC opens at a round figure like 290 or maybe say 291, that it should be a rounded figure. It should not be 289.9 or 287.5 or decimal figure should not be there. Then in that case, you have to use this formula. So for that, the formula to use is position open 0. All right. So position open 0. In this case, instrument name will be NSE Nifty 50 list of index. All right. Day position open day, because this is the day open, right? Today's current 0 is basically current candle, that is today's day, and the day candle. Position at 0, percentage number 1, all right, is equal to number 0. So remember this formula, that this particular formula, right? I will also zoom in and we will be uploading this video also on YouTube. So you can refer to this at a later date also. So this is the formula that you have to use in order to make sure that any of the stocks that come in the list have a round figure like this. So maybe something like 300 or 301, but it will not be 301.25 or 300.5650, etc. All right, it will not take decimals. It will only take this rounded figures. So this is the formula that you have to use in order to filter out the stocks that way. All right. So for now, I will delete this, but this will be in the video, so you can later on refer to this. All right. So this is the entry condition now, that open is equal to high, and we have restricted the price to less than 10,000. So this is basically the first set entry. All right. Now, once I've constructed this, a very important step that we have to update this, or else if something goes wrong, then this particular thing will not be saved, and we will have to type all of this again. So almost 5-10 minutes will go waste. So that is the reason why we have saved this now. Now we will go to the positions builder. So after this has entered, what we have to do is, what we want to ideally do is, you can generate a sell position in the list of Nifty 50 stocks. So the way to do that is, if you have selected Nifty 50 list, right, then in set number 1 over here, where we see list of no list selected, here you can go and select your list. All right. So I can just select, say, Nifty 50 list of stocks. All right. Now, if I open after selecting this list, it will automatically be added over here. So see over here, now it has already selected the positions builder, the list of stocks. All right. So earlier, if you see, if I did not select any list, right, then it doesn't get selected automatically over here. It's still all blank, right? Exchange type, underlying is all blank. But if I select the list of stocks, then automatically the positions builder will select that particular list. So now this is already selected, and I want to trade the stocks intraday, because if I'm selling and if I don't close out this position, then delivery short selling will be a problem, right? So that's the reason why it will be intraday. So I select MIS, and after that we will say I want to trade in each of the stocks that are selected of Nifty 50 that meet the criteria with a value of 10,000. All right. So in this case, what it will do is it will purchase each and every stock, say around 7 to 8 stocks have met the criteria. Then it will purchase 10,000 value of those shares of those stocks with the value of 10,000. So basically, if one stock, the share price is say around 1,000 rupees of one particular company, then it will buy 10 shares. That is total value of 10,000. All right. So that's what it will do if you select value as 10,000. So in this case, this should be a sell. So that's the reason why each stock will be sold worth 10,000 when the entry criteria meets. All right. So I will just add this. So this is now added. Now we will go to the exit condition. So for this demo, we will just create a simple exit condition by creating a PNL underline keyword. All right, by using PNL underline. So what will happen is, if you want to exit a particular stock only when say suppose with a certain PNL. So for example, if I just put PNL underline, and then under that I will select this list of the stocks that we have, Nifty 50. All right, is either greater than number 100, or remember to put this in or PNL of the same thing is less than minus number 100. So over here, this will be basically the stop loss. All right. So over here, if you see PNL underline of a particular stock, remember that this PNL underline will work only in set exit. If you put PNL underline in universal exit, right? Even if one stock matches the criteria of 100 or minus 100, it will exit all of the stocks. But if you use it in set exit, then it will automatically exit only that particular stock for whom that 100 rupees target or 100 rupees stop loss has been hit. All right. So this is how we build a simple PNL condition for those stocks. All right. Now we will go again. I will update the strategy. I'm not checking the chats right now. So whatever you are typing, I will answer the questions only at the end. All right. So this is the first part of the first set of the strategy is done now. Now we will go to new set. All right. So one set is done. Now we will go to the new set. So in order to create a second set, that is for the short position, instead of typing the entire conditions again, what I will simply do is I will go to the first set. I will copy this from here. So this copying option also you get only when you update the strategy. So whenever you update the strategy after copying and all, right, then after that you will get to automatically paste the set also. So I will just copy from here, and what I will do is I will paste over here, and we will change the criteria for this. So once we go to set number 2, the basic criteria will remain the same, that time should be so and so. Now over here, in this case, what I want to do is when open is equal to low, at that time we want to buy, right? So that's the reason why entry, it will be B in this case, entry buy. All right, the same thing for all quantity of stocks is equal to 0. So it will also take entries in the short position once or the buy position once, whichever meets the criteria. All right. And then the same thing that net quantity 111 is equal to 0, which will check there is no open position in the set number 1, and net quantity 211 is equal to 0. So it will check that there is no open position for that particular stock in set number 2 also. All right. And over here, it will be simply open ORB open is equal to low. Instead of high, here we will change this to low. All right. So open is equal to low, and also the LTP of all the stocks that are identified on the open is equal to low side should also be less than 10,000. So this will be constant. So our entry set number 2 is also ready now. So this is how simple it is. Almost our strategy is also ready. So I will just update this. And now we will go to the position builder side of the set number 2 to take the positions in those stocks. All right. So now let us go to the position builder side. And over here, what we will do is, since we are buying, since it is when it open is equal to low, then in that case, we will keep this as buy. So first of all, again, we will select the list over here. I will select Nifty 50 stocks. Over here, this will get automatically selected. This will be again intraday because it has to be the same position that we're taking for the first set. And over here, again, I will add value. So it will be basically 10,000 rupees value for each stock. All right. And then after that, we will add simply the same condition for PNL for the second set. But over here, we will basically select this particular condition. So over here, we paste. All right. So whenever a particular stock, so ideally, whenever this PNL underlying meets, if the stock has basically traded on open is equal to high, then it will not be there in the second list also, right? That is open is equal to sell will not be there for the stock. So it will certainly be different. So in this case, PNL underlying will not matter much. It will be basically it will calculate the stocks properly based on whether it's a sell position or the buy position, and it will accordingly exit the stocks. All right. So this will be basically the exit of the second strategy, second set, and then after that, for universal exit, in order to reset the counter, what we will do is, after it has traded, all the stocks have traded and everything, what we will do is, we will put a universal exit time of say 3 o'clock. So over here, time is greater than equal to number 15, that is 3 p.m. All right. And then after that, we will go to advanced settings. So in advanced settings, we will select say market price. We'll move the condition check to continuous, because it's important that it's continuous check, because if it's 1 minute, then what will happen is that if your condition is met at 9:30, it will take a trade at 9:31, because there will be 1 minute delay. So in starter plan and all, you will have continuous check frequency. So once you have selected continuous check, what we will do is reactivate or exit after. So this one is basically to reactivate every day. You don't have to deploy the strategy again and again. So after that, after reactivate or exit after, we will keep it to 12 hours. So 12 hours is basically, in this case, what will happen is over here, whenever the universal exit happens, that is at 3 p.m. in the afternoon, this strategy will be reactivated again after 12 hours. That is 3 o'clock in the morning the next day. So automatically it will start checking conditions at 9:20 and it will start taking the trades. All right. And you have to importantly remember about this time, start condition check after exchange open should be less than say 1 minute or so, because you want to take entry at 9:20, right? If it's a 10 minute, then after 9:15 to 10 minutes is 9:25. So it will start taking trades at 9:25. So that's the reason why, in order to make sure that it takes trade at 9:20, you will set this to 1. And also this last condition check before exchange closes before 3:30. How much time before you want to stop checking the condition? That is this time. So for now, since we are exiting at 3 p.m., we will keep this as 10 minutes only. But we have to be aware that this time should not clash with universal exit time. So once this is done, we will simply update the strategy. And now our strategy is done. All right. So now this strategy is already created. So let's just go through it once what we have done. So first is open is equal to high. In first step, we are checking that for a list of stocks, the open is equal to high of those stocks, and the LTP should be less than 10,000. And at the same time, we are checking that this strategy should take trade on the short side for the stocks only once. So that's the reason why position detail entry sell all quantity is equal to 0. So this will take entry only once on the short side for the stocks identified. And also at the same time, we will check that there is no open position. Net quantity traded instrument name is equal to 0 for 111 and for 211. So for both, it is equal to 0. All right. After this, in this case, we are taking a short position in each stock with the value of 10,000. You can also select say quantity, but don't select lots, because lots is for FNO. So select either quantity. If you want to trade in each stock of each quantity of 10 stocks in each of the list, then in that case, you can select quantity also. So over here, we are selecting value, and we are exiting with a simple PNL condition. Whenever 100 rupees is the PNL on the upside or the downside for each stock, then each stock will start getting exited based on this PNL. All right, PNL underlying is for that. And then this is for the long position, that whenever there is an open is equal to low, the open of the 9:15 to 9:20 candle is equal to the low of this particular strategy, then LTP is equal to, and LTP is less than 10,000, and net quantity is also equal to 0. Then in that case, we want to take this position on the buy side. That's the reserve position detail buy of all stocks in the list is equal, quantity is equal to 0. All right. So I will always, obviously be uploading this video on YouTube, so you can check this, and it will be able to, you will be able to build a strategy for yourself. So now I will show you, this is basically the PNL condition, right, that we discussed. It's the same for both the sets. Now I will show you what kind of trades it has taken in a practical trade. All right. So I will just update this. And now let's just go to my deployed strategy. So these are different strategies that I've created. So this is the strategy that I was talking about. So this is the strategy that we just now created. All right. So these are the stocks that I've traded. I will open the strategy condition for you to verify that this is the exact same strategy that we created right now. So if I just open this edit page, so this is the strategy, right? 920 entry, position detail S is equal to 0, net quantity 111, 211 is equal to 0, and open is equal to high of 915 to 920 candle. This is for the entry of the first set with the value of 10,000 shorted. All right, same P&L condition for this, that 100 or minus 100 stop loss. And for set number 2, again, this is for the buy position where ORB is equal to low and LTP is less than 10,000. All right, 111, 211 is equal to 0. And this is for the buy position. All right, for value of 10,000. All right. So after this, again, the exit would be of 100 points. So let's just see what kind of trades it has taken. So right now we will not be able to verify whether the open is equal to low was there in this case at after 3:30, right? Because what happens is we are checking and we are taking the entry only at 9:20. So at that point in time, the open is equal to low might have been open is equal to high in this case because this is shorted. Was true at this point in time at 9:21. But after that, if the market moves and if the stock keeps on moving higher and lower from the open price, then in that case, it will keep on changing. But we will see what kind of trades it has taken. So as you can see, this particular trade, right, we will see the PNL for each condition. So whatever has got exited as per set exit, it's based on this, right? So entry this and exit is at this. So 968, it bought 10 stocks. 968, it sold 10 stocks. And at 958, it bought that particular value as per 100 rupees profit and loss. All right. Similarly, it has done for the same, but in this case, there was universal exit. So over here, this strategy exited at 3 p.m. This was not based on PNL because it was between 3 and between 100 rupees on both sides. That's the reason why it has not taken either a stop loss or the target. So in this case, there was a target that was hit. So if you see 100 rupees target that was hit for this stock, after buying say 31 quantity, it sold off 31 quantity at so and so based on 10,000 rupees value that we had assigned, right? So it has taken each stock that has met the conditions out of Nifty 50. It took entries in this 11 stocks today. Similarly, for every day, right? So last 5 days I've been trading this. So in this case, a previous day, yesterday, so if you see this date, right? Entry date was 20th July. So that's when it took entries in this many stocks. Yesterday, it took entry in this 12 stocks. Day before yesterday, it took entry in this 7 stocks. All right. So if you see this date, this was 27th of July. All right. The first trade, second trade, basically second, this was on 26th of July. It has taken certain trades on that particular day, this 12 stocks. And on the first day that I deployed this strategy, it had taken this 10 stocks. All right. This was on 25th of July. All right. All right. Then after this, we will see today what has happened. So over here, this is the 29th of July. This is when this strategy has got exited at so and so price, and these are the stocks that were traded. All right, I hope this is clear. And also we'll check the notification log just in case if you want to check what kind of trade it has taken. So for example, this is for PNL, right? This is basically at 259 for PNL. This was the PNL condition for BPCL was met. The PNL condition was that it should be 100 rupees, right? We put a condition that the PNL should be 100, but it had reached 100.75. That's the reason why it exited. So you can check this. See, this is for Grasim. So at Grasim, the PNL was supposed to be 100, but it had reached 101. That's the reason why it exited Grasim. So over here for Sun Pharma, right? It had reached a PNL of 104, but our condition was that it should exit at 100. So this is how you can check the notification log in order to see what kind of conditions were met. You can check any of the conditions based on what entry it has taken, like, you know, what kind of open is equal to high or open. See, this is the open, ORB open was so and so 1556, and the ORB low, see, ORB low was 1556 at 920. That is the reason why it is taken so and so trade. All right. At the same time, for IndusInd Bank, if you see, the ORB open was 1022, which is same as ORB low. That is the low of 915 to 920 candle. That is basically 1022. That's the reason why it has taken trade. So that is the how you can identify that it has taken trades based on certain criteria that were matching. All right. So this is how you will find identify different strategies that have taken place based on what conditions were met and what stocks it has traded. So that's how we build our strategy basically. Now we will go to our chats to answer your questions that you may have. Okay, so wanted to ask, how can you put index, add futures price in one list? Index and futures price. No, so you can't do that in one list. You have to create separate lists for that. So you can't put this link. While creating a list, you can add either stocks or either FNO or either index. So that way you will have to build. All right, value of 10K in position, is it including margin or excluding margin? So this is excluding margin, because in if you are trading intraday, right? Then what happens is that the brokers may give you 5x margin for intraday trading in stocks, right? So if it's 10K, then it will require basically 2000 only, I guess, 2000 to 2500 in your broking account. But you can deploy this in your broking account just to check what kind of trades it takes and adjust the value according to that. You can edit anytime. So instead of 10K, you can make it 5K if it's taking more margin. I want to trade the same shortlisted stocks in option segment. Then what modification needed? Stock options, in that case, you will have to create a list in NFO. All right, so instead of NSE that we selected, you have to create a list in, instead of Nifty 50, you will have to select, create a list in NFO, and then you will be able to select stock options. That is fine. Simple strategy with few arguments trades fast and more arguments in strategy. Yes, that is true. So simple strategy, and the more the conditions, right? If you put 10 different conditions, super trend, EMA, WMA, open is equal to high, LTP, then it will filter out more also, and it will take more time to check each and every stocks in the list. If it's more than 50 stocks and all, then it will take more and more time. So there can be a delay in execution because of that. So make sure that it's as simple as possible, or the logic is very crystal clear when it comes to creating the strategy. So that will be better for you also. All right. Suppose I want to add some buffer. Open is equal to high. Open is equal to not. Yes, you can do that also. So let's just see that. ORB is equal to open if you want a high, right? So it is equal to open is equal to high, and you can also add this one more condition in that case, that LTP of that particular stock should be greater than, and then use bracket that this bracket, use ORB high plus say number 1. So 1 rupee above whatever is the high or this particular stock. All right, then it will take based on that. But then you have to remember that the list of stocks, right? Some stocks are valued at 5,000, some are valued at just 200, like ITC is 200. That it will take from 200 to 201, right? But if you move it to say a stock that is valued at 3,500, then it will also be same condition where 3,500 and 3,501 it will take the trade. All right. So the buffer and the stock list that you prepare, the list that you use, make sure that it is according to this. But you can use this formula basically to create that buffer. I hope this is clear. All right. So LTP, use brackets properly. Brackets, most of the clients get confused. Their strategies don't work because they don't use brackets properly. So LTP is greater than this buffer high price plus number 1. So this is how you build that. Okay, I hope this is clear. I will in percentage, in terms of percentage, yeah, you can try a percentage also. Yeah, so instead of number, right, you can try percentage like this. So for example, LTP, you can try it. See, I cannot be 100% confident because I have not tried with percent, but just try this if possible. No, what you can do is greater than equal to. Again, the brackets are very important. So brackets high ORB into, if you want say 1.005% is equal to into number 0.05%. So in that case 1.05, right? 1.005 maybe. Okay. So after this, in this case, this percentage will always be in multiplication. So in case of number, right? So number we have added a +1, right? So over here you have to use multiply. If it's multiplication, whatever is the high value into 0.05, then LTP, if it's higher than this particular combination, then in that case it might work. I guess it should work. You can try it, but I have not tried it. So basically, if you have any issues, you can get in touch with us on support. We will see if something can be done about this. Okay, I hope this is helpful. So this part is clear now. Next is Is there any way to check our conditions are working properly other than backtest? So yeah, you can always paper trade. No, so see, what I do personally as a quant in Tradetron is I don't rely mostly on backtest. See, backtest, what happens is it's still on 1 minute. But the paper trading that you do, right? This is all paper trading. So paper trading helps you understand what kind of returns it will give on a regular basis. So if, for example, this is my strategy, right? In the last 58 counters, I have made profit of say 94,000, and I get the data in statistics on the live actual trade. So that in this strategy, I've made around say 100% return or whatever. This is the chart of my own strategy on this particular counter. So this gives me more confidence in the strategy rather than the backtest, because backtest is, again, what is happening is backtest is not based on live prices. Whenever you're paper trading, it's all trade or based on live prices with exact live condition whenever it is met, right? So based on that, it is taking that kind of a trade. So I always request the client that always paper trade first, more than the backtest. You will get more confidence based on the paper trade if your strategy is working fine or not. And that case, you can decide whether you want to proceed with the strategy live or not. All right. So my upper question is balance at the rate 5.29. Wait 1 second. Let me just check it. Yeah, I will check all the questions as much as possible. Broker. So yeah, margin is answered. I want to trade the same stock shortly. Options we covered. Simple strategy with few arguments. Okay. Suppose if I wanted buffer, so we discussed buffer as well. Since we are selecting Nifty 50 list of stocks, and from them, around 40 plus stocks will be in the strategy. So are we able to backtest for 40 stocks for this, or any strategy to see its result? Yeah, you can backtest, sir, but the backtesting for equity stocks is available only for last 7 days, because it takes a lot of resources on the backtesting engine in order to backtest all the stocks in the list, right? There are 50 stocks, so multiple combinations are involved. So you cannot backtest for more than 7 days in list of equity stocks. What should be the condition if I want to trade this in index option for open and high? So in that case, you should be able to, for index option, yeah, so you can select the instrument like that, no? Instrument, so if you want to select Nifty 50 instrument, in that case, instead of this ORB, what you can do is ORB this. Over here in instrument name, you can select Nifty index, right? NFO list Nifty 50. So in this case, you have to select this one, Nifty 50. So this is for FNO. So when index is equal to high, right, then it will take that. So if you want to select a particular call option or a put option, then current week, say call ATM, or you have in this case, but the thing is, you have to select the particular strike. So for example, ORB of Nifty Bank, Nifty 50, current week option of ATM strike is equal to the same thing, is equal to high. Open of this particular stock option is equal to high, then you can build it like that. All right, so this is for the stock. Also, you can select index. Like I said, if you remove this conditions, like call option ATM and this thing, and only select this much, then it will be Nifty 50 index, spot index. All right, if you want to only select Nifty 50 future, then in that case, if you select this current month and keep it like this, then this will select Nifty 50 future. So these are the different ways in which you can use that combination for open is equal to high, open is equal to low, and things like that. All right. So yeah, I hope that was clear. 520 with 1 second. Why 29? So I hope this is Ashok sir. I hope I have answered this question. All right. So what is the granularity of the data on Tradetron? What do you mean by granularity? Like, I'm not sure. So we get data from our vendor is True Data and other brokers that we have. So if you want to check the data of Tradetron, then in that case, it can be similar to different vendors at times, but it can be different also. So see, whatever we upload, right? So this is a Tradetron YouTube channel. So one thing I have to tell you is that anytime if you have any questions, right? Most of the videos on Tradetron YouTube channel we have uploaded, they have all the data with regards to the common queries that we get. So this is a video related to the data. All right. So if you watch this video, you will understand what kind of difference can be there in the different data book vendors that we have. Also on this YouTube channel, if you go to and search, say for example, any strategy that you want to build. So if you click on say super trend, then it will basically show the webinar like this webinar that we are having right now for 40-50 minutes, like this webinar, other webinars that we have had for different strategies. You will be able to find videos on that. So you can watch those videos. And as you can see, this video section, you will find different videos that we have created on different combinations and how to use Tradetron in detail. So you can watch these videos and understand everything about detail on YouTube. So that is a very important resource. Second is at the bottom on the Tradetron page, you will find this resources. So over here, you will find these blogs that we have written. this keyword documentation is the most important for all the keywords that we are using, like the ORB that we used right now, or the any other keyword that we use, how to use that, what is the kind of formula to use. All of that explanation is available for each and every keyword that is there on Tradetron. So you can watch this particular documentation, and you can build a strategy according to your criteria based on these keywords. All right, and this blogs also will help you about say how to backtest on Tradetron. If you want to know how to backtest, everything about backtest is available over here. So you can watch this read this particular blog, and you will get all this information. So these three resources, blogs, keyword documentation, and Tradetron YouTube, are very helpful. And at any point in time, you can get in touch with us, our chat support from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. in the night. And at the same time, you will be able to get your queries answered. Also, we have call support available on this contact list over here, right? So you can call on this number from 9 to 5 p.m. And if you have any queries, we can get that answered. At the same time, if you have any queries, you can raise a support ticket over here. You can raise open a ticket, and if you have any detailed questions, we will get it answered within 24 hours. So that's what we will be able to do at support. After this, let me just answer a few more questions. Open is equal to high. What keyword to use for super trend cross at the candle close? So yeah, there is a crossover video on super trend. You can watch that video, sir. I'm getting almost, like, I don't have much time left now. Almost 2-3 more questions that you may have, you may ask us on our chat support. So I'll just handle a couple of more. How to add VWAP for this strategy? I want to trade in index options. So yeah, you can do that. So you can add one more condition with addition in this thing, and you can watch this video. So VWAP, right? So how to create a strategy on VWAP. So you'll see this, create a VWAP strategy on Tradetron. So you can add this as an additional condition to the existing formula that we have built. All right. So you can do that over there. After that, VWAP. After that, are we able to give buffer for entry? Yeah. So I just showed you how to give buffer by percent. Is there any way to check our conditions are properly other than the backtest? So yeah, I told you, right? So for a condition max per PA profit and all, basically the biggest or the most helpful way is to paper trade, because once you paper trade, you'll get a lot more confidence in your strategy. So paper trade for maybe 30-40 days, and then you will be able to see this strategy that I've created, like I showed you earlier. This is basically 53. I deployed this on 18th of May. That is almost 3 months earlier. And now I have much more confidence in my strategy than the other backtest results or whatever you may find. All right. How to set, say for example, wait 1 second. How to set buy when previous candle is greater than 3 SMAs. Can I use close SMA 1? Yeah. So you can build different position SMA 1. That will be one formula. SMA 1 plus is greater than SMA 2 is greater than SMA 3. So you can build that kind of a condition also. So, but the construction will be the same. So if you see, for example, say SMA, right? Control F, SMA. So see, this is the formula, the construction that you have to use. Position SMA for -1. This is for day candle. You can select a 3-minute candle or 5-minute candle, and then you can use greater than -1, -2, -3 that way. So that way you will be able to build it. How can we add target of 1:2 risk reward compared with the high and low difference? So yeah, that will require a custom coding, sir, in terms of formula. So get in touch with our support. They will be able to help you. We will be able to help you out with that. But that cannot be discussed right now in the webinar, because I hardly have 2 minutes left. Sir, my upper question is balanced. Yes. Okay. So this is answered, Ashik sir. Does tickers update every second? 1 minute. So yeah, so this is basically important, right? So in edit strategy, like I said, this particular condition check every, right? Make sure this is set to continuously. So this is available only when you have paid plan, that is starter plan and forward. So once it is continuously, it will check every second. If you keep this to 1 minute, that is in free plan, then your entries will be delayed, even exits will be delayed by 1 minute. Okay, so that is important. Any other question? Is it possible to look at index future to buy position? Yes, of course, you can do that also, sir. So instead of selecting NFO Nifty 50, right? So watch this video. Let me tell you right now. So and spot. Wait 1 second. So this video I've explained that all of that. So this second video, right? How to select Nifty, Bank Nifty, spot or future index, ATM and OTM options on cash and stocks for condition check. Based on this, you will be able to basically trade in options. So that is, so in the position builder on the right hand side, you can have stock options that you the index options that you want to trade, and on the condition builder side, this side, you can select the future or spot, whatever you want. So you can watch this video. I've explained, this is a 25-minute video. Everything is explained in detail in that. So that will help you out. Okay. I guess I've answered all of the questions. Okay, all right. Thank you very much, everyone. I hope you have a wonderful weekend, and we will meet next weekend if you guys are free. I hope this was useful. Have a great weekend. Thank you. Bye bye.